Hi, I'm Regina McCann-Hess, President of Forge Wealth Management, and welcome to our Women in Wealth series. I have a friend with me today, Kristin, and do you want to tell us who you are, what you do, and what you like most about what you do?
Sure. Hi, my name is Kristin Sharples. I have a Ph.D. in molecular and cell biology, and I did my postdoctorate work at Thomas Jefferson University, which I know is close to your heart. I am currently a manager of publications at Janssen Scientific Affairs, which is a division of Johnson & Johnson. So right now I work on writing manuscripts that are based on our clinical trial data that then gets published into scientific and medical journals.
And you are published. You've been published
yes.
a couple times since I've met you.
Yes, several
which is
times.
pretty impressive.
Thank you. It's exciting.
Yeah. So what do you like most about being a professional woman in your world especially?
I think in my field, I enjoy most that I'm helping patients.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the fact that I'm working on publications that then are able to disseminate data that physicians and patients can use to make better treatment decisions, as well as even the publications are required for regulatory agencies for a drug to be approved. So to know that I'm working on something that will indirectly and actually directly affect patients getting a drug to market and being able to use it to treat chronic diseases is really probably the most rewarding part of my job.
Absolutely. My God, so many people are in the background saying, yes, we got one through.
Exactly. It's challenging, but it's very rewarding at the same time.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. So it's a very challenging career. Obviously, you have a lot of education behind you to be able to do what you do.
That's right.
So how do you balance it all? How do you balance your beautiful children, who
Thank you.
I think are just adorable,
Thank you.
and your home life, your work, your career? How do you balance all that?
It's definitely challenging.
Mm-hmm.
Having two little ones, so 5 and 8 years old, I think the hardest thing is just having the demands of work and then having the demands and the needs of your family. So there are many times that I feel a little bit guilty, saying that I have to work on something or I might miss something at school because my schedule or I'm traveling. So it's hard, especially with little kids, to explain to them like why mommy's at work and, well, why aren't you with me instead? So I think that's the biggest challenge. And then just having a supportive family, a wonderful husband who is there to step in at times that I can't make it, even though we both have careers, and having the support of our family and friends, and just really having that network behind you, I think makes it possible, because as a mom, you like to think you can do it all yourself. And as we know, at times we can, and sometimes we really can't. So I think just knowing that you have that support there in the back gives you that confidence to know that, if I miss one thing, I'll make it up somewhere else.
And and telling yourself it's okay.
Yes.
Giving yourself the approval to not be perfect, to not have to do everything, to not be Superwoman.
Exactly.
And that's hard, I think, for us.
It is definitely hard. And I am a type A competitive person, and I don't like to lose. So for me to have to ask for help from someone, it was hard.
Yeah.
And I think you just learn it's okay to ask for help.
And it's a team effort,
Definitely.
at work and at home.
Yes.
You have to balance everything, and that's why it takes the village, I guess.
Yes.
That's the saying. It takes a village. It certainly does.
It really does.
It really does. Okay. So what do you see some of the challenges in being a professional woman in your career? What are some of the challenges?
I think the biggest challenge for me was being in a very male-dominant field. So starting out in science, being in the lab, oftentimes being the only girl or female. And I felt like you always had to work a little bit harder to prove yourself, even though you might have had the same degree as the person sitting next to you. It was just that stereotype that you're a woman, you're a girl, you're in science, you probably don't know as much. For me, I think that was the hardest thing, but at the same time, I think that kind of motivated me to prove them wrong and to work harder and to show them that it doesn't matter that I'm male, female, whatever. It's just that if you work hard, it'll pay off. And I sort of like that challenge. At times it was very frustrating, but I think it kind of motivated me to get to the point where I am in my life. And I try to instill that in my kids and my daughter. If she chooses to go into science, I will back her 100%. But I want to let her know that it's okay and it's going to be hard, but I hope that I'm being a good enough role model for her that she'll know that she can do it too.
Yeah, and by then, hopefully there's more women in science.
Exactly. I mean, it's a shame that we're even having this discussion, because I feel like we should be treated as equal in all realms, but I think certain fields in particular,
My field
Exactly.
also, yes.
Yes,
Very,
they just-
very male dominated.
It makes it that much harder, but hopefully, like you said, over time we'll close that gap, and it'll just be commonplace that women are
Yeah.
leaders.
That's awesome. And then I'm sure in your field, just as in mine, there are also men who champion us and who
Yes.
try to help us, mentor us to make sure that we are successful as we should be.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
And even females.
Yeah.
One of my mentors in graduate school was an MD, Ph.D, and she was the head of infectious disease, and she was wonderful. And my
Wow.
former boss was just all about girl power. So I
Yeah.
think to have a woman in particular in those roles just even makes you want to
Very
strive
powerful.
more. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool. That is so cool. So you have a lot going on. You're working. You have this mega career. It's pretty awesome. Very demanding. You have the family. What do you do? Maybe one or two of the things that you do to work on financial planning for yourself and your family.
So I think probably like most other families, the number one for us would be our children, their future, and their education. So I think for us, education is the biggest investment we have in our family and in our kids. So planning for them for college, I have no idea how much college will actually cost by the time they go, but I probably don't want to know. So that I think would be one of the major things. And then secondly would be savings and, our retirement, planning for retirement, and knowing that if we work hard now and the fruits of our labors will pay off, and then having a plan, knowing going forward that we can actually enjoy our retirement because
Right.
we did plan accordingly.
Right. And the planning is the key. That's right.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Well, thank you. Thank
No
you for
problem.
joining us and watching our Women in Wealth series. For more information on us, we are at Facebook and Twitter at Forge Wealth. I am also on LinkedIn as Regina McCann Hess. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.